ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं जनभूतले सोऽयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवनं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणशिरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवन श्री राधा कृष्ण पदं प्रणयिता हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषाभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So today is very auspicious August disappearance day of one of our prominent acharyas, Sri Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj, who has been endowed with this beautiful title called Vaishnava Sarvabhauma, the topmost, the crest jewel of among the Vaishnavas, Acharya. So today's is the disappearance day, holy disappearance day of Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj, who is a very prominent Acharya in our disciplic succession, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So one may be questioning why the disappearance day we have been saying, oh, very auspicious, very holy. Usually, if somebody born, this is a matter of, happiness, matter of jubilations, matter of jollification, matter of celebration. But if a son is died or if somebody is died, it is not a matter of jollification. But why the disappearance of acharyas has been very much glorified, celebrated, is very auspicious and holy. Because in spiritual context, there is no birth and death. Even the person, even the man, we do not die, the body only die. Nitya sokta sarirana. Nahanyate hanyamane sarira. But in spiritual context, acharyas are not like ordinary men. They are the bona fide representative of the Krishna. They have come here for a particular mission, to execute a particular mission on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, their appearance, disappearance are same. Janma karma chamedim is transcendental. It is not ordinary. They appear, they are not like born according to karma and die according to karma. No. They come not out of karma, but execute the mission on behalf of the Lord. So therefore, their appearance, disappearance are very auspicious, holy, and transcendental. They disappear here and appear in somewhere to continue to execute the mission of the Supreme Lord. Just like sun is now set in Singapore, but sun is now rising in eastern zone like London, or we can say, sorry, America, Canada. But sun is sun. Either it's setting sun, it is there. So their appearance, disappearance is like Krishna's disappearance. They disappear here, appear somewhere to execute mission. Therefore, this disappearance and appearance are very glorious, transcendental, and auspicious and holy. Just like Prabhupada say that, like sunrise and sunset, both are very beautiful. First thing we should know why we are celebrating Disappearance Day. Secondly, this why the Acharya is significant of observing disappearance day of Acharya. Actually, in addition to this particular disappearance is more glorious than appearance, because while appearance we do not know the glories of a Acharya, glories of a person, but during disappearance we know their activities, the glorious activities. Therefore, disappearance is most important than even appearance. That is the spiritual perspective. And second thing, we should know that why there is a significance of observing their things, what activity they do, such as that we are observing, we are fasting, we are celebrating, observing, offering so many prasadam, we are seeking the mercy of them, their mercy. Why? So the Acharya's position is very exalted. So much so that Krishna has said that, there's a beautiful verses is there. Krishna said that these acharyas are not different from me. Krishna say in these beautiful verses in 11, 17, and 27 of Srimad Bhagavatam that the acharyas mam bijaniya navamanyate karchit na martya buddhayate sarvadeva maya guru. One should know the acharyas myself. Never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. So Krishna has put the same pedestal as acharyas. He put the acharya same pedestal as him. That is the position of the acharya. What to speak of same pedestal? Krishna in another verses he says that Madhavakta Pujyadika, my devotee are more worshipable than him. Even Lord Shiva also said, Tadyanam Samarchanam, Aradhanam Sarvesam Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Out of all kind of worship, Vishnu worship is highest. More than Vishnu worship is Tadyanam Samarchanam. They devotees, the acharyas. So Krishna say Acharya. Why he is giving Acharya so ye? In another verses, Krishna says spoke that Uddhava spoke. So that, oh my Lord, the transcendental poet and expert in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with prolonged lifetime of Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as Acharya, internally as the super soul, to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. So Lord comes as acharyas. So these acharyas are very, very exalted. Their position is so much that even Krishna, they are worshipable even by the Krishna, what to speak about others. Krishna said they are very worshipable by me. In one of the beautiful verses, Krishna glorified the acharyas like, no, very, very beautiful verses. He spoke to Uddhava that with the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material world, which are situated within me. Thus, I always follow the footsteps of my pure devotees, who are free from personal desire, wrapped in thought of my pastime, peaceful, without any feeling of enmity, and equal disposition everywhere. How much Krishna has put that he is himself saying that I follow them. That is the position, towering position of a acharyas. Acharyas are not ordinary, first of all. Because why? Because in this material world, everybody is now entangled. Everybody they have torn away from the Lord. As a result, every one of us, we are entangled in this obnoxious material existence. That is Anadi Bahirmukha. It is stated this beautiful verses by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatan Goswami. I spoke this one. I quoted these verses during my other classes teaching to Sanatan Goswami. Krishna bhuli se jiva anadi bahirmukha ateva maya tare de sansara dukkha. Forgetting Krishna, the living entity, has been attracted by the external feature from time immemorial. Anadi means beginningless, time memorial. We do not know. We cannot trace back the date. Therefore, the illusory energy of Maya gives him all kind of misery in this material existence. So we are suffering on the account of being forgetfulness of the Krishna, turning away from the service of the Krishna. And now we cannot revive ourselves. We cannot get out from the clutches of Maya. It is stated that this we cannot get out. Further, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that people are in material condition, the living entity sometimes raised to higher planetary system and material prosperity, sometimes drown in hellish situation. He state exactly like a criminal who making punishes by submerging him in water, then raising him again. So everybody is according to karma. Sometimes is a rich, sometimes poor, sometimes prince, sometimes pauper, sometimes criminal, sometimes saint. So in this way, they are being different body. They are accepting different body and different material conditioning. It is say that they cannot get out from this material existence by their own effort. By their own effort, they cannot get out. It is if the conditioned soul become Krishna consciousness by the mercy of saintly person who voluntarily preach scriptural injunction, help him to become Krishna consciousness. The conditioned soul is liberated from the clutches of Maya, who gives him. They cannot revive their Krishna consciousness. It is stated these verses also, and in another verses, it is said that Daiva Isa Gunamai Mama Maya Duryata. They cannot revive by their own effort. It is said that conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own effort. But out of causeless mercy, Lord Krishna compiled Vedic literature. So we cannot revive. Only way to revive our Krishna consciousness when we come by the mercy of Acharya, mercy of a pure devotee. Without that, we cannot. So we are very pathetically entrapped in this obnoxious material existence, undergoing the excruciating, painful situations. Dukhalayam asaswata, very, very miserable condition. Repetition of birth, death, disease, so and so forth. So therefore, the Acharya only can take. Without Acharya, Krishna said that this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching that how we can revive it. The forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through the Vedic literature, the realized spiritual master and the super soul. Through these, he can understand the supreme personality of God as he is. He can understand that Lord Krishna is his eternal master, deliverer from the clutches of Maya. In this way, one can acquire real knowledge of his conditioned life, can come to understand how to attain liberation. So without spiritual master, sometimes Krishna personally comes and teaches like Bhagavad Gita, and he sends his representative on his behalf to reclaim the conditioned soul, to educate the conditioned soul, to enlighten the conditioned soul, so that they can come to understand how to get out from the clutches of Maya, how to go back home, real home, back to Godhead, how to attain liberation. Therefore, the position of the Acharya, the activities of the Acharya are very, very exalted, very towering, very towering. It is further stated that very nice, that without they come in contact with a pure devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued teaching. He taught, instructed Sanatan Goswami at Varanasi. Now the modern day it is called Banaras. For 2 months, every day, full day. And he said that very nice verse. महत्व कृपा बिना कोनो कर्मे भक्ति नया कृष्णा भक्ति दूरे रहो संसार नये कया. He told very nicely, unless one is favored by pure devotee, one cannot attain the platform of devotional service. To say nothing of Krishna Bhakti, one cannot even relieve from the bondage of material existence. So, one cannot do any kind of pious activity, charity, all the things. No. One cannot. Pious activity bring about material opulence, but one cannot acquire devotional service by any amount of pious activity. Not giving charity, opening big hospitals, schools, working philanthropically. No. Devotional service only attends to the mercy of a pure devotee. That is the difference. And without devotional service, Krishna say, one cannot get out. One cannot get out. Only by devotional service. He declared to the whole world in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, I am giving you the most confidential of all confidential knowledge. What is that? Manmana bhava madbhakta madajadi mam namaskaru mam ivasyasi satyam te pratijani prasya. Two times he repeated this verse, 1934, 934, 1865. To emphasize that you can get out from the clutches of Maya, you have to become a madbhakta, you become my devotee. Devotee means we execute devotional service. Only by process of devotional service one can get out from this. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching to Sanatana Goswami in this regard very nicely. So many verses he quoted. And he quoted one parable like astrologer. A astrologer, he approached a poor man and he told, you have got hidden treasures left by your father. Why you are so in a very distressed, very poverty-stricken condition? Why you are very destitute? So then he also informed that you should dig not the north side, not the west side, not the south side, but east side. You will get that. That means the Vedas, astrologer is like a Veda who give the direction to the conditioned soul that you should execute devotional service. You should not execute karma yoga, jnana karma kanda, jnana yoga, and mystic yoga, dhyana yoga. We should only execute devotional service. And Mahaprabhu quoted that. Krishna said that na sadhati mamla. You cannot attain Krishna. You cannot get out from this precarious situation by any other method than bhakti. He quoted beautiful verses Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Srimad Bhagavad. Na sadhati mam yogo na sankhyam dharma uddhava na swadhyasta prastyaga jatha bhaktir mamorjito. So he quoted very my dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotee bring me under their control. I cannot be controlled by this engaged in mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity and renunciation. So Krishna here telling that only by devotional service, bhaktyamam abhijananti, exclusively devotional service. Bhakta ekaha grahaya. The next verse, Krishna say that only by the bhakti yoga, not any other. And to get the bhakti yoga, as we told, we have to get this. We cannot get by charity. We have to attain this bhakti only by the pure devotion, pure devotee, by the mercy of a pure devotee. Bhaktya bhakti satsangena labhyate. It is stated in one of the Purana that bhakti can be obtained simply by the association of pure devotee. Otherwise, we cannot. Therefore, these acharyas are very, very important. You cannot get bhakti by demigods. You see very beautiful verses. It is stated in this beautiful verses that despite the cultivation of Vedic knowledge, which is unlimited, and the worship of different demigods by the symptoms of Vedic mantra, the demigod worship does not help one to understand the supreme powerful personality of God. No. One cannot understand by demigod worship. No. One cannot get this bhakti. Only he says that when a person is fully engaged in devotional service, he is favored by the Lord who bestows his causeless mercy. At such time, the awakened devotee gives up all material activity and ritualistic performance mentioned in Veda. Simply by devotional service only. That devotional service not by demigods, by a pure devotee. Therefore, it is stated this verse beautiful. It is stated in this verse that Maharaj Nimi and Namajogendra that the activity of demigod lead to both misery and happiness for living beings. But the activities of great saints like you who have accepted the infallible Lord as their very soul result only in happiness of all. That is the difference between worshipper of demigods and saintly person. Saintly person will give us the seeds of devotional service, awakening the devotional service in the conditioned soul so that they can get out. Those who worship the demigod receive reciprocation from the demigod in a way just corresponding to the offering. The demigods are attendant of karma like a person's shadow, but sadhus are actually merciful to the fallen. The position of the pure devotee is so exalted, more than even demigod. Therefore, Krishna says, Acharya Mam Vijaniyam, Sarvadeva Maya Guru. He is the representative of all demigods. That is the position. And Maharaj Nimi, actually this is spoken by Maharaj Nimi to Navajogendra. He is telling very nicely that Dullabha Manusya Deha Dehinam Khedamangra. This human form of body is very, very rare. After undergoing transmigration of 8.4 million species of life, one can get this human form of life. Tatrapi Dullabham Manyam Vaikuntha Priya Darshanam. More rare is to have an association with a pure devotee, because that will terminate our repetition of birth and death. That will release us from the clutches of Maya. For the conditioned soul, the human body is most difficult to achieve. It can be lost any moment. But I think even those who have achieved the human life rarely gain the association of pure devotee, who are dear to Lord of Vaikuntha. The pure devotee is a very dear. Krishna also says, Madhavakta Priya. So that is the position of the devotees, that very rare pure devotees. Because this association, why rare? Because their association is so gargantuan benefit that one can immediately come in contact with them immediately. Even it is said that half a moment association with them can uh, can give us all perfections, all success. It is stated that therefore completely the beautiful English Sanskrit sansaresmin khanodhopi sasanga sevadir nam. That means therefore a completely sinless one. I ask you kindly tell me what is the supreme good is. After all, even a half a moment association with pure devotee, half a moment within this world of birth and death is a priceless treasure for any man. Just understand why we are celebrating the Acharya's appearance, disappearance. Because half a moment association. They are not gone and dead. They are always living by their by their exemplary activities, their exemplary teaching. So we can associate with them. We are remembering them today, seeking mercy. That is association. Half a moment association is so beneficial. So beneficial. Furthermore, it is stated that whole Bhagavatam is glorify this supreme personality of God and its pure devotee. So there's a beautiful verses say that mere bodies of water are not the real sacred place of pilgrimage. Just like Mahakumbh Mela we are going, nor the mere image of earth, stone, true worshipable deity. This purify one only after a long time, but saintly sages purify one immediately upon this. This is the mystic they do. Everybody Mahakumbh, 66 crores of people, they attended Mahakumbh Mela. That is fine. That is purification because they come in contact with the holy river like Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati, Triveni. But it takes long time. After a long time, they can get purified. But on the other hand, saintly sages purify one immediately upon being seen. Immediately upon being seen. There are so many instances in that. Narada Muni come in contact with Manigriva, Nalakubera. He purified them. Narada Muni come in contact with the hunter, Murgari, purified. So many instances as that, instances in the history that how simply by association of the law with pure devotee, one can easily. And furthermore, it is stated that very beautiful verses that that by remembering today we are remembering whom we are remembering today. Today we are remembering the Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj, our Acharya. By remembering them also today, we can Jaisam Samsmaranat Pumsam Sadhya Sudhyanti by Griha Kim Punar Darsanam Sparsapad Sochana Sochasanadhivi. So it is very nice verse. It is stated that simply by our remembering you, our houses become instantly sanctified. See, simply today we are remembering Jagannatha Dasa Babaji disappearance day. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet, and offering you a seat in our home. That was the position of the pure devotee. How they are exalted. Why they are exalted? Somebody will say that what is the difference? The difference is that they carry the Lord in their heart. That is the difference. Why they are so exalted? By dint of their devotional service, they carry the Lord in their heart. There's a beautiful verses spoken by Yudhishthira Maharaj to Vidura, when Vidura went to pilgrimage and returned to Hastinapur. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, "Sir, you don't need to go to pilgrimage. Why? Because Bhavad Vida Bhagavatas Tirthabhuta Chayam Vivo Tirthi Kurbanti Tirthani Swantastena Gadadvita." Beautiful verses. My dear, my Lord, devotee like your good self are verily holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all the places into place of pilgrimage. That is the power of pure devotees. Because by dint of their activities, they carry the Lord in their heart. Although Krishna say that Bhagavad Gita 2 times that what is that? Sarva Bhutanam Udasi Tishtati Arjuna. Ham Sarvasya Chaham Hude the Sanivishta 1515 and 1861. But we cannot see because we have got so many lusty desire. It is stated that due to lusty desire we cannot carry the Lord, we cannot see, we cannot realize. There's a beautiful verses 8:24-52. He says that because of lusty desire, although Lord within the heart we cannot realize, we cannot see. But devotee, pure devotee, they can see because premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hudesi vilokyani yam sama sundaram achinta guna sarupam govindam adipurusam. Premanjana, they are pure devotee. Their eyes are anointed with pure love of Godhead. They see the Lord in their heart. Not only see in their heart, they see everywhere. Sthavara jangama dekhe na dekhe tara muti sarvata dekhe tara ishta devata smriti. A devotee will not see the building, this building, that building. Devotee will see everywhere. This is Krishna's energy. This is all Krishna they will see. That is the quality of devotee. They see everything in Godhead and Godhead in everything. 6:30 Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says. Je mam paschanti sarvata, sarvam mam. He who sees me everywhere, everywhere in me, they are actually the real seer. Because therefore they carry this Lord. Lord also say that in beautiful verses to whom he told to Durvasa that sadhava hudame maham sadhunam hudame te. I am in the heart of the devotee. And devotee is in my heart. I don't know anybody other than devotee. Devotee do not know, pure devotee, they do not know other than me. तुम्हारा हृदय गोविंद विश्राम गोविंद कहे न वैष्णव परा. Beautiful song by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. तुम्हारा हृदय गोविंद विश्राम. Because their hudayas are free from all kind anna vilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anarvitam. Free from all kind of material desire, lusty desire. Everything is free. Therefore, Lord goes and sits there. Therefore, they are very exalted. Wherever they go, this place is a place of pilgrimage. Why? Because they carry the Lord. Wherever there is a Lord, this place is holy, this place is auspicious, this place is pilgrimage. Pilgrimage means Lord's abode. Lord is there, presence of the Lord. They make the anywhere. Therefore, they are so exalted. Therefore, we are celebrating their disappearance, reappearance day to get the mercy. So therefore, one should give greatest respect to this Acharya. You should not think, oh, it's ordinary, it's not my guru. Their predecessor Acharya. Acharya is not like, he's not my guru. I should not offer. No. He say that Mahatam Bahumanena Dinanam Anukampaya. The pure devotee should execute devotional service by giving greatest respect to spiritual master and the Acharyas. And the Acharyas. Sattvavriti, no, nectar of instruction, it is say that Sattvavriti means we should follow the predecessor Acharya, step of predecessor Acharya. Mahajana Jana Gata Sapanta. Acharyaban Purusha Veda. You cannot understand Veda without Acharya. Therefore, these Acharyas are very exalted. Must give the greatest respect, utmost respect. Bahumanena. It's a Bahumana. Sanskrit word. The Bahumanena means that Mahatma, Mahatam to great soul, Mahatam to Bahumanena with great respect. With great respect, one should do that. So that is the position of this Acharya. There is a beautiful verse that it says that one should have firm faith that will achieve all success in life by following those scriptures that describe the glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the same time, one should avoid blaspheming others. No, no, this is not the verse. So the beautiful verses it say that it is stated in the purport that yeah, the beautiful verses in this purport 11.3.26. Very nice verse. The purport it is given that the nice verse in the purport. So it is say that आचार्यत्वा तो गोविंदम तदयानाचरते तु ये न स भगवत केवलम दाम्भिक स्मितः. One who performs worship of Lord Govinda but fails to worship his devotee should be understood to be not a devotee of the Lord but simply a victim of false pride. Dambhika. See, that is the thing. So here it is said that one cannot be a devotee if he is bypassing or superseding this devotee of the Lord. Devotee of the Lord. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught that our position always to be Gopivartu Pada Kamalaya Dasa Dasan Dasa. Servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. More we are servant, more we are exalted. Just like Kulasekara King. Vutta Vutta Paricharakam Vutta Vutta Vuttasya Vutta. He is telling 7 times Vutta Vutta Vutta. Servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Otherwise, one cannot claim as a Vaishnava. It is say that one should continue to perform. No, it's say that very nicely. These beautiful verses in this Bhagavatam. One purport is there. Krishna says that those who are disregard the Shruti Smriti literature are to be understood as my injunction. One who violates such codes is to be understood as violating my will, thus opposing me. Although such a person may claim to be my devotee, he is not actually a Vaishnava. So Shruti Smriti means the scripture says that one should give utmost respect to Acharya. One cannot say that I worship only Govinda, I don't care for all the Acharya, all the devotees. No, no. That is not. Krishna never accept it. Krishna here it is say that he is not accept, he is not actually a Vaishnava. In Adi Purana also Krishna say, no, no, no. Jome Bhaktya, that Adi Purana he say that मदभक्ता नाम जो में भक्त यमे भक्त जन पातन नते न मे भक्ताश्चते जनाः मदभक्ता नाम चोये भक्तास तमे भक्त तमामतः. Lord Krishna told those who are my direct devotee are actually not my devotee, but those who are devotee of my servant are actually my devotee. Same thing is given. Krishna says same thing. So they are not actually my devotee. Who is thinking that either you bypass the devotee or who wants to be direct devotee, both are not qualified as a Vaishnavas. Therefore, our position always should be servant of the servant of the servant, and should give utmost respect to not only spiritual master, predecessor Acharya, as it is injunction of the Shastra. Many verses it is stated that You should give utmost respect to Acharya. Your predecessor, particularly the predecessor Acharya, has been given. In these verses, it is stated that as long as one has to accept material body with a different part and paraphernalia which are not fully under one's control, one must have the lotus feet of his superiors, namely spiritual master and spiritual master's predecessor. By their mercy, one can sharpen the sword of knowledge with a particularly given spiritual master and spiritual master predecessor. With the power of supreme personality of God and mercy, one must then conquer the enemies mentioned above. In this way, devotee should be able to merge into his own transcendental bliss. Then he may give up his body and resume his spiritual identity. Beautiful. This is the formula is given. We have to seek this association of spiritual master and his spiritual master predecessor. They should seek this shelter at the lotus feet of spiritual master. Jasya prasada, Bhagavat prasada, Jasya prasada, Nagati Kutta. So that is the position of exalted devotee, the acharyas, predecessor acharya particularly. So there is a beautiful verse. It is stated here that it is stated by Lord Krishna. Sadhunam samachitanam is spoken by Krishna to Nalakubera and Manigriva. Sadhunam samachitanam sutaram mat kritamanam darsanam na bhavet bandha. Darsanam na bhavet bandha. Beautiful line. Kunti Mataji also saying, if you see the Lord, you will not have that. What is that? Yeah? He told that Vipada Santusta, that verse 1825. He told that Bhavadarsanam yat na bhavat darsanam. By seeing the Lord, there is sorry, bhavat darsanam yat na bhavadarsanam. Once you see the Lord, you will not see. Bhava means material birth and death. If somebody will see the Lord, he will stop this material repetition. He will no more see the repetition birth and death. Dasanat bhavet mukti. Jagannath Skanda Purana say that if somebody see the Jagannath, dasanat bhavet mukti, he will get mukti by simply seeing. Here it is said that dasanat na bhavet bandha. By seeing a devotee also, there will be no material bondage. Pumsam khyana savitir jatha. Beautiful verses. Dasanam na bandhe, na bhavet bandha. When one is face to face with sun, there is no longer darkness for one side. Similarly, one is face to face with sadhu, a devotee who is fully determined and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One will no longer subject to material bondage. Simply by seeing Darsanam na bhavet bandha. That is this exalted position of the devotee. Very exalted. Therefore, Prabhupada used to always quote one verses of Prahlad Maharaj. Whenever there is appearance day, Prabhupada will quote this verse. Prabhupada say that Prahlad Maharaj, why these pure devotees are so exalted? Why Krishna really himself, Krishna is, they are worshipable by Krishna. When Prahlad Maharaj was given invitation to come to Vaikuntha by Narsingadev, he rejected this. He declined it. Why? He told Naivadajya Paradurataya Vaitaranya Tadavirya Gayena Mahamruta Magnachitaha. Tadavirya Gayena Mahamruta Magnachita. So Chetata Bimuka Chetasa Indriyartha Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udvahan Mudha Vimudha. So Prabhupada used to quote these verses every appearance there. Oh, best of great personality, I am not at all afraid of material existence. For whatever I say, I am fully absorbed in thought of your glories and activity. Tadavira Gayana Mahamruta Magnachita. My concern is only for fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness, maintaining their family, society, and country. I am simply concerned with love for them. Why they are exalted? They are, Prahlad Maharaj is a vivid example. He rejected the invitation to Vaikuntha because he wanted to take everyone to Vaikuntha, not alone. That is the selfless Paropakara. Vaishnava means Paropakara. Acharya means Paropakara. And they do the Paropakara by their conduct, Achara, by setting example of their conduct, their activities, their behavior. It's not like a propaganda they do by practical. So that is propaganda. In many verses also it is stated, another two verses I will show, we can end up with the significant, then we can go to the pastime of the, glories of Jagannatha Dasa Maharaj, some of his pastimes. Janasya Krishnad Vimukasya Daivad Adharmasilasya Sudukkitasa Anugrahaya Charanti Nunnam Bhutani Bhavani Janardanasya. So, very nice verse. It is stated that, O my Lord, great philanthropic soul, travel on the earth on behalf of Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the fallen soul, who are averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord. Why Krishna say that Acharya Mam Vijanayam, Madhavakta Pujyadika? Because they are so exalted, so selfless, so they are really welfare activity. They are concerned about the soul, conditioned soul, how to reclaim them. Now they are torn away from the Lord's service, how to bring them back, how to make them happy. They are concerned about others, paropakar. Same thing is spoken by the very nice by the father of Krishna to Gargamuni, Nanda Maharaj to Gargamuni. महद विचलम निन्नाम गृहिणाम दिनचेतसाम निश्रेयस्स भगवानम कल्पते नान्यत कश्चित. O my Lord, O great devotee, person like you move from one place to another, not for their own interest, for the sake of poor-hearted grihasthas, householders. Otherwise, they have no interest in going from one place to another. They have no interest. Simply because to poor-hearted grihastha, they are engrossed, entangled, encumbered in this material existence. Nunnam pramate kuruta vikram, for the sense gratification. They are simply engaged. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling that, what is that? They are simply engaged. न सातस साधुमान्य सूर्यवर देहिना सदा समुदिग्न दीह सदग्रहाति त्वात्म पतम गृह मंदकूपम वनम गतया धर्याश्रत. They are always asatagraha. They are always, what is that? Sada samudigna dhyam asatagraha. Their position of the poor-hearted grasta are very miserable, precarious. Prahlad Maharaj say, O best of Asura, king of demon, as far as I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who has accepted the temporary body, temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because having fallen in a dark well where there is no water but only suffering. That is the poor-hearted grasta. They are fallen into the dark well, there is no water. One should give up this position and go to forest. More clearly, one should go to Vrindavan, where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent, should thus take shelter of Supreme Personality of God. So this grahastha's position is very, very precarious. Therefore, these great souls, they travel from place to place to reclaim them, revive their consciousness, to help them. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also that whosoever preaches by very, na cha tasman manushya supriya kittamah. Ye mam madhavaktesu avidishyati. Who preaches this gospel, this teaching to others, they are very, very dear. There is no doubt of this thing. In many places also Krishna say, there's another places it is stated that my dear Krishna, my dear King Yudhishthira, the Brahmanas, especially those engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord throughout the entire world, are recognized and worshipped by Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is heart and soul of all creation. They are worshipped by the Krishna himself. The Brahmanas, by their preaching, sanctify the three worlds with the dust of their lotus feet. Thus they are worshipable even for Krishna. That is the position of Acharya. Therefore, we must know why we are worshipping them, why we are observing this appearance, this appearance. Unless we know this one, then this is just a feasting, fasting and feasting. That's all. Sentimental. There's no benefit we can derive. We should know so that we understand the significant means we can wholeheartedly seek the mercy of the acharyas for our spiritual advancement and enrichment. So on this notes, we will little bit of read about this Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj biography. So we can read a little about his biography, Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj biography. So actually, it is stated that Om Vishnupada Srimad Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj appeared in this world sometime around 750 AD in a remote village in the subdivision of Tangail in the district of Mayamansingh in what is known as Bangladesh now. He belonged to a very aristocratic family. The Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Srila Bhagadev Vidyabhushan initiated a disciple was Uddhava Das Babaji, and his initiated disciple was Madhusudan Das Babaji. Jagannatha Das Babaji accepted Babaji initiation from Madhusudan Das Babaji. According to Gaudiya Vaishnava Jivan, the Diksha Guru of Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj was Jagadananda Goswami of Singar of Vrindavan, whose Vaishya Guru was Krishnadas Babaji of Govardhan fame. Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj performed bhajan in Brajamandal for many years. He was famed throughout the region as a Siddha Baba, a perfectly realized soul. He was known to sometimes chant continuously for 3 days night in a row without sleeping. 3 days night without sleeping. And he would fast throughout. After the completion of his bhav, he would breakfast upon flat rice and yogurt prasad. In the year 1880, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur visited the Babaji Maharaj lotus feet in Vrindavan and got many valuable instructions from him. In the 80s, the Paramahansa Babaji came to the Burdwan district, staying in the village of Amala Jod. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur went there on the pretext of government business, thereby obtaining the association of Jagannatha Babaji Maharaj for second time. The Babaji Maharaj was delighted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur's enthusiasm for preaching the glories of the holy name of Krishna. Thereafter, Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj sojourned in Burdwan for 11 days, performed uninterrupted kirtan, chanting, and scriptural discussion day and night. Bhaktivinoda Thakur established a Prapanna Ashram, a monastery for surrender to Krishna in Amalajoda village. In the year 1893, Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj was residing in Kulia, Navadip, and went to see Surabikun, the residence of Thakur Bhaktivinoda. The entire grove was electrified by his arrival and appeared especially beautiful. Later, together with his follower, he proceeded to Mayapur, visited many holy places like Jogapit, Srivasangan, etc. When he arrived at the birthplace of Lord Gaura, which had been discovered by the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he began to dance in ecstasy. Although he was very old at the time and had previously been brought unable to walk, he thus established authenticity of the site of beyond any doubt. So he is the only the validated, authenticated that this is the real site of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu birthplace, Jogapit. He spent some times, therefore it is stated in Pranam Mantra that Gaura Avirbhava Bhumestvam. He discovered the Gaura Avirbhava appearance place. Nirdeshta Sajana Priya. He spent some time at the Jogapit in the association of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He miraculously cured one of the Thakur's son of his skin disease simply by telling him to lie down on the dust of the Lord's place of appearance. He passed most of the time chanting the holy name on the bank of Ganges in Kulia. His bhajan kutir and samadhi may still be seen there. One day he asked Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur to construct a veranda to shelter the devotee who came to see him, which the Thakur did immediately. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was well versed in the astronomy by the age of 12. Hearing of this, Babaji Maharaj summoned him one day, instructed him to make a Vaishnava calendar which would include the appearance, disappearance day of all these associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Vishnu Priya Thakurani. Still we are following this calendar now. It is because of Jagannatha Babaji Maharaj ordered Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati to compile the Vaishnava calendar. We are following till now. Accordingly, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur made a necessary calculation and began publication of the Sri Navadip Panchika. Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj's life and soul was the chanting of the holy name, rendering service to Vaishnava. He lived on this earth for 135 years, according to Gaura Prasiddha Chitravali, and preached the holy name of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although he was almost bent double in his old age, still during the time of Kirtan, his body would expand to well over 6 feet, and his appearance would replicate dancing figure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His favorite disciple was Bhagavad Das Babaji, who had accepted Babaji initiation from him. Gaura Kishore Das Babaji took Babaji initiation from Sri Bhagavad Das Babaji Maharaj. Gaur Haridas Babaji, Rama Haridas Babaji, Nityananda Das Babaji were disciples of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, who hailed from the Barsana in Brajamandal. Another disciple called Krishna Das Babaji was from Kadam Kandi. Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj's personal servant and disciple, the Bihari Das, was very stout and powerful. Due to Babaji Maharaj's advances, he could apparently not walk. Bihari used to carry him everywhere on his shoulder in a bamboo basket. Once he was traveling, thus wealthy men gave him a rupee, which was deposited with Babaji Maharaj's servants, Bihari. After journeying for some miles, Sri Babaji Maharaj had his servant take him back to Donor. He returned his 1 rupee. He told the man, I understand that you have a good deal of money. I could not bear the burden of 1 rupee. I wonder how you tolerate the burden of so many. How this acharyas conduct, Therefore, called acharya means who showed us by his achara. Babaji Maharaj sometimes accepted donation for rendering service to Vaishnava, but in this instance he instructively exhibited his detachment, showing that how one must be wary of accepting the charity from pound, shilling, and pence class of men. Inspired by Bihari Das, the villager of Suryakund built a room and a small temple of Srila Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj. The Siddha Baba asked Bihari Das to install a deity in the temple. Upon receiving this order, Bihari proceeded to Sonarudi village, which was about 8 miles from Kotoa. He requested the local landlord to give him a deity. He duly received the Gauranitai deity, went to Calcutta, and collected donation total 5,000 rupees from Srinath Rai, the renowned Laha families, and others. He then returned to Suryakund. With great pomp and festivity, the deity of Sisi Gauranitai were installed in the temple, where they glistened like gold. Shortly thereafter, a band of dacoits stormed the temple one night and attempted to carry away the deity, thinking them to be actually fashioned from gold. However, they were unsuccessful attempting the uh, purloin those golden lords and fell exhausted in the temple. They fled without achieving their aim just before the arrival of dawn. This incident disturbed Babaji Maharaj greatly. He told Bihari Das to donate the deity to some devotee in Vrindavan. Bihari Das went to Vrindavan town and presented them to Goswami of Bengali extraction. The deity is still being worshipped in the temple of Dhobigati of Gopal Bagh and are famous the name of Sonar Gora, the golden Gora. Several days after the incident, Babaji Maharaj told Bihari Das, I cannot live without deity. Bring another deity wherever you can find one. Hearing his Guru Maharaj's command, Bihari proceeded to Radhakund and met this Dhenudas Babaji of Mathura. There in Radhakund, in a stack of hay which had been gathered for feeding the cows, they discovered a deity of Sadhuja, six-armed deity of Lord Ramachandra, Lord Krishna Chandra, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu combined. Bihari Das had the deity properly painted and Vrindavan returned to Suryakund with great enthusiasm. Beautiful form of the Lord was installed according to the scriptural ordinance. The Babaji Maharaj worshipped him for 10 years. With passing of a decade, Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj was inspired to go to Navadip. He therefore requested Bihari Das to deliver the deities to someone in Vrindavan. Bihari Das thus proceeded to Vrindavan, gave the deity to head priest of the Gopal Guru Ashram, which was known as Narottama Das Babaji. The Lord in his six-armed form is worshipped to this day in the Sadhuja temple situated in the near Nidhuvan, lane near Nidhuvan. Bihari then carried the Guru Maharaj on his shoulder to the Mathura railway station, boarded the train for Navadip. When they reached the memory station, Vardwan, a British railway officer, was so impressed by the simplicity, blissful nature of Srila Babaji Maharaj that he assisted them in many ways. They alighted from the train before reaching Navadip, hired a bullock cart and travelled to ashram of a famous pure soul named Sri Bhagavan Das Babaji Maharaj, who resided at Ambika Kalana in Bengal. This great soul was extremely pleased to see Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and he exclaimed in the state transcendental exaltation, "Oh, my friend has come." He then embraced Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Both of them fell into the ground in a state of profound transcendental ecstasy, and becoming unconscious, enter into the impenetrable spiritual trance. They remained motionless, locked in their embrace of loving friendship, from 10 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock that night. The servant of Tushita Baba began to feel uneasy. Sri Vishnudas, the servant of Sri Bhagavan Das Babaji Maharaj, requested Bihari Das to do something to bring them back to external awareness. Bihari Das began to massage his Guru's chest, chant Mahamantra. This device brought them both back to external consciousness. They got up. Srila Jagannatha Das Babaji Maharaj had not eaten or drunk during the 3 days of travel. So prasad was immediately arranged. He broke his fast at midnight. After this, they slept a while. After staying in Kalna for 10 days, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj decided to proceed Navadip by bullock cart. Bhagavan Das Babaji had only 18 rupees in his possession, but he insisted upon giving it to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj for his journey, which he happily accepted. On the way, Bihari inquired where they would stay in Navadip, suggesting that they stay in a large ashram popularly called Bada Khara. Srila Babaji Maharaj replied, "No, we will not stay in any ashram. We will stay under some tree." They indeed stayed under a tree for some time, but later a devotee named Sri Madhav Datta purchased the land adjacent to the tree, donated it to the Babaji. A year later, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur built a small house here for him. Rajasri, Rajarishi Sri Banamali Rai, famous landlord, built three more huts and boundary wall above them. An elderly wealthy lady had a well dog for drinking water. The Babaji stayed there in Kulia for 32 years. According to Gaudiya Vaishnava Jivan, he lived the age of 147 years, at which time he entered the pastime of the Lord. He used to strictly regularly follow the vows of Chaturmasya, the 4 month long rainy season. In the first month, he would take only 4 bananas each day in evening. In second month, he would only take guavas. Third month, he drank for some buttermilk. In the fourth month, he consumed only the flowers of the banana tree. He once went to Rishikesh to purify chanting, which involved in performance of purificatory practice called Purushacharan. This penance had to be performed with extreme rigidity. He used to bathe at 3 o'clock in the morning and chant inside closed room until sunset without speaking or eating. In order to complete to the vow properly, one is expressed to take bath after each call of nature, even after passing air. Once after observing his regimen for 2 months, he inadvertently spoke to Biharidas. He began the entire process again, completed his vow in 3 months' time. He thereafter pronounced that if one wanted to have darshan of Lord Krishna as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he should perform Purushacharan in this manner. So you can see that how this Babaji Maharaj is so austere, so exemplary, so exemplary that is so exemplary that you see how the acharyas are. They are not simply acharya. They are not worshipable by Krishna just like that, because of this kind of austerity, this kind of devotional service they have got. Therefore, Krishna is very much impressed with them. They are so auspicious, so holy. Simply by coming in contact with them, one can get all auspiciousness. All auspiciousness. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra kahe, lava matra sadhu Sangha sarva siddhi hai. Simply by a moment association with such type of acharya, one can get all the perfection. All the perfection. Therefore, today is this very auspicious disappearance, holy disappearance of Jagannath Babaji Maharaj. We can read this. We can Gaura Avirbhava. So Jagannath Das Pranani mantra is that Gaura Avirbhava Bhumestvam Nirdesta Sajjana Priyaha. He only discovered the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, authenticate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's holy places. And Sajjana Priya means he is very much respected by all these Vaishnavas. How he respected? As a Sarvabhaumya. What is that called? Vaishnava Sarvabhaumya. Is the crest jewel, the topmost Vaishnava. To that personality, we are giving all the respect. We are offering our respectful obeisances to the Jagannath Babaji Maharaj on this very, very auspicious holy disappearance day. And on this day, we should seek this mercy of Jagannath Babaji Maharaj, so that although we are not qualified at all, but still, because the acharyas are mercy, it doesn't depend on our qualification, but their mercy. By their mercy, one can advance in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Jai Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj disappearance day ki jai. जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय।